Yo, what up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. What up, what up, what up? Let me get situated real quick. Mm-hmm. Trying something out, y'all. Let's get it. About to do something smooth today, y'all. Having a real good conversation. What up, what up, what up? What up, what up, y'all? Having a good conversation today. Having a good conversation. What's going on? Man, I'm seeing all this other crazy mess. I don't need this. What is this going on? All right. Trying to get situated. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Get up in here. All right, y'all. Look, we're talking about owning your own mess. So, first of all, I want to say hey to everybody that's listening right now. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. You made it. You made it. Mm, yes. Hey, saying what up though to everybody. Look, you made it. You didn't have to, but you did. So I'm giving you your flowers now. You dig? So you're not waiting for somebody else to give them to you. So good morning, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So I was having a conversation with a good friend the other day. All right. And we talked about how it's hard for individuals to own their own stuff. Okay. And what I mean by that is think about this, y'all. Think about babies. Okay. Think about the babies. Babies cry all the time, but they cry about different things. Okay. They cry about things that, they can't really help at the moment for themselves, right? They cry about being tired, okay? Or if they, are sleepy, they hungry or whatever, whine, 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 okay? But here's the deal, they can't really do anything about it. Okay. Hey, watch this. Even to the point where they mess themselves, all right, and they're crying and crying. And it's like, hey, they don't have the words to put together to say, hey, I need help. I need something. Change this thing, right? I messed myself. It makes sense, right? It's a baby. But think about this, y'all. There are adults in their big grown age, all right, in a big grown age that won't own their own mess. Meaning, if they, they did something, right? Instead of taking care of those things and moving in the type of realm to change their current result, they whine about it, they complain about it, or they blame other people about it. So, y'all, that's what we're talking about today is owning your mess, okay? And like how to change your own diaper, if that makes sense, okay? And it's weird, y'all. We do this all the time. And sometimes we don't even know we're doing it. All right. What I mean by that is like when life is life, when things happen in life, we look at all of the things that happen, but we don't look at how we may have contributed to that thing, right? How did we contribute to that thing? What is there? Could there have been things I could have applied to prevent this result? Because this was not my desired result, but this is my current result. So we go into that. But before I do, I want to say good morning. If you watch me right now, just think about it, right? How do you feel? Scale from 1 to 10. Okay. 1, you need to try over. All right. You need to still lay in the bed. All right. Keep your feet rubbing together, if you will. Or 5, you good. Okay. You good, but you're not quite there. Or 10, you just ready to go get it. You understand? Let me know. Put it in the chat. How you feel right now? Scale of 1 to 10. Scale of 1 to 10. What you got, y'all? And let me know if you out here, if you're getting it in right now. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What up, what up, though? What up, though? All right, here it is. So we're going to go through 5 different ways you can own your mess. All right. The first thing is you need to own your story. Okay. Own your story and basically all of it. So if a situation happened, all right, when a situation happened, kind of consider everything holistically, what went on. That means including you. Okay. What didn't you do correctly? All right. What could you have done correctly without giving excuses or without saying only if somebody did A, B, C, and D? Y'all, look, I promise you, there's many times, more times than not, we know how certain things can go, but we refuse to kind of, do the things that we need to do. All right. So when the things go wrong, we tend to blame other people. You feel me? Or we tend to blame other situations before holding ourselves accountable, right? So, I mean, think about this. Let's say you are a supervisor or you're a manager or you're CEO of your business and you have other individuals that's working for you. All right. Now, let's say they do something that was out of line. Okay. They do something that's out of line and it was reflective, negatively on your organization or, the whole business. And instead of looking at what this person did and how they could have been trained better, or maybe this was a one-off. Okay. But look at the whole thing. You know what? This is my team. This is my business. And when something goes wrong, people aren't going to look at the first line. You get what I'm saying? Meaning whoever the worker is or your subordinate, they're going to look at the holistic thing, the business, who name is on the business. Okay. Who's over the whole organization. You dig? Now, how you hold yourself accountable is by saying, you know what? This is what happened. This is what they could have done better, but this is what I could have done better to have prevented that. Y'all, sometimes we want all the responsibility, we want all the accolades, right? We want the notoriety, but part of that notoriety and responsibility and the accolades is also if things does not go right. Okay, that fall on us. But what happens is when we're in certain situations, we want to make sure that we're either the victor or the victim. You dig? So if something's going right in the organization, oh yeah, that was all me. But if something goes wrong, ooh, that person did this. This person should have known. Flip it. This is what I encourage you to do. Think about the situation, right? When things are going right, your team did that. Okay. But if things are going wrong, I did that. This is what I could have done. Okay. However, not only this is what I could have done, this is what I can do better to move forward. Does that make sense? Y'all, we're talking about owning your mess. So my name is Seth the Speaker. Good morning. If you're listening right now, if this is making any sense to you, let me know how you feel from scale of 1 to 10. All right. One, not really there yet. You still waking up, still trying to get the eye boogers out. Or 10, you're ready to get it in. You're ready for some good stuff. So I try to give you some good news that you can use so you don't hit the snooze button. All right. So you can get it in and get your day moving. All right. So the next thing is I want you to consider what excuses can do. All right. And excuses can cost you. What I mean by that is when there's things that you know that you should be doing today, stop putting that thing off and making excuses as to why you're not doing that thing, right? Because it can cost you in the end, right? Think about it. Certain things that you need to do health wise. Let's use this for example. All right. Shout out to those that's listening right now. My friend calls it beaties. All right. Beaties, diabetes or whatever. Think about your your history. Think about your health history or even your family's history. There's certain things that are preventable. You understand? However, when we don't do the things that we need to do to prevent certain situations, we fall into the same situation, if that makes sense, right? And so we don't pay attention to, if I do this, I can prevent this. What we do is we feel as though, okay, we feel as though no matter what we do, our way is better. It's funny. You can't see it, and we'll talk about a different day, okay? But behind me, right around here, good morning, everybody. Over this way, I have a statement that I read every day, at least a couple times, but every day. It says, we resist the things that works because we want our stuff to work. Okay, so what that means is we resist all the right things that we're supposed to do because our ego, our pride causes us to say, you know what, no, I'll be all right. I can do it this way. You understand? Y'all, listen, that can cost you. So if you're just tuning in, we're talking about owning your mess. And part of owning your mess is looking at what works. Okay, listening to subject matter experts, not here. Okay, now listen, y'all. You may have been with yourself. You should have been with yourself your whole life, but there are things that you may not quite know. And so, what I'm trying to help you to realize is that By owning your mess, you're taking accountability for the things that you don't really know at the time. And so by connecting with individuals that know a little bit more, it can help you move forward faster versus you doing the same dumb thing, or you working and trying to do something that does not work. Okay. And then so what happens is that can cost you in the end. Good morning, everybody. What's up? What's up? Y'all, we're talking about holding yourself accountable, but not just that, owning your mess. Okay. Like, we are adults and we mess ourselves, if you will. We sit there, we cry, we blame other people, but we won't change our own diaper. Can you dig it? I'm trying to get you to, I'm using that as an analogy to look at your current situation and say, hey, this is what I can do. Okay. Because, friends, listen, you can't control people. You dig? You cannot control people. You cannot control everything, but you can control this, and you can control your emotions. All right. Part of controlling your emotions is identifying where you currently are and holding yourself accountable. Now, next thing is having and knowing the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Y'all, look, none of these things that I'm telling you are things that you probably haven't heard before, but we're talking about applying these things. Okay. How do you apply the knowing of a fixed mindset and a growth mindset? First of all, what about if someone comes to you and say, hey, you can do this better, or I think if you incorporated this, or I like your business, this is what I think you can improve on, right? Or I think this will work. Instead of shutting that down, or instead of saying, no, that's just not me, they need somebody else. What I'm encouraging you to do, y'all, today, think about it. Just think about it for a second. Sometimes that can be the fixed mindset. You saying out loud, not just to yourself, but out loud, hey, that ain't me. Hey, well, they're just gonna have to get somebody else. Truly think about it, y'all, because when people come to you and tell you things about your business or whatever it is that you're doing, even personally, okay, they are reflecting what you are projecting. Can you dig what I'm talking about? They are reflecting what you are projecting. And if they see that there's a certain way that you can kind of maneuver in a different way, either professionally or personally, consider that, y'all. Sometimes our mindset, as far as saying, well, I ain't gonna do, or that's not me, or that's not my calling, maybe you're not listening. Uh-oh. Hey, look, maybe you got your proverbial phone on silent. Okay? Something is calling you. Someone is calling you, and maybe if you pick up, you can understand certain things. Maybe if you consider, wait, let me change this narrative. That's not me yet. Or I'm trying to build to this. Okay? Or I can try to do A, B, C, and D, or I'm not there yet. Instead of saying, no, that's just not me. I'm not, I'm good. Y'all, listen, when individuals are trying to communicate with you, okay, either professionally, personally, whatever the case it is, not saying completely, take everything on in, but have a mindset that your lid is open, okay? Not open to receive and to implement everything, but to consider. Okay. So, y'all, what I'm saying is when we're talking about owning our own mess, maybe if someone if our perspective was open just a little bit more, we may be able to receive and understand things from a different person's perspective. Okay, because think about it, you can read a text right now. Okay, if someone was to send you a text, you will read it in your voice versus theirs. Okay, what that can do is that can change your whole perspective, and as far as what the message is. So when individuals are communicating to you as far as what they see, it may not be true to you, but they are reflecting what you are projecting. So when you may have done something that is not at the best of your abilities, and individuals know that, uh, take a minute and receive what they're saying. It may be some truth in it. Okay. So go take a pause for the calls, y'all. I really want to make sure everybody's locked in. Let me know how you feel right now. Scale of 1 to 10. Okay. You just woke up. Congratulations. Yeah, yeah. Yo, you in the building. Congratulations. You made it. You did. You made it. So I'm giving you your accolades now. So you don't have to wait for somebody to clapping and pat you on the back for getting it in. You dig? So good morning, good morning, good morning. Again, scale of 1 to 10, where you at? Now, yo, I also want to let you know if you check out the description or you look up at the pin comment, don't forget to get your Black Collar Mindset Volume 2, y'all. Super, super dope. You can grab it now. It'll be at your doorstep in a couple days. You dig what I'm saying? So essentially, I took the concepts that I thought I knew and certain things that I knew and from the first volume back in 2018 and took some time to really analyze that thing. All right. Now, one of the things that I talked about was these voices. Okay. We all have them. Now, I'm not saying like schizophrenia. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is two types of voices inside of us. All right. Now, feel me, right? You have the big hater and you have the little lover. Okay. The big hater and the little lover. That's in you. All right. I'm telling you, hear me out. So, when a situation comes, okay, or an opportunity comes, all right, there are certain things. Good morning. There are certain things or feelings that we have that all of a sudden this phrase come to our mind. Nah, that ain't for me. Nah, I can't do that. Nah, that's a little bit too much. Or we start to judge certain things. All right. Y'all, what I'm gonna encourage you to think about or consider that right now is the big hater in you, because that hater, y'all, not saying it's always a bad thing. What I'm saying is there are times when that hater is giving you every reason or every excuse not to pursue a thing to keep you comfortable and fluffy. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why I say fluffy is because you can incorporate in all any other type of aspects of your life, even like in the gym. Okay. For example, someone say, "Hey, look, come on, let's go to the gym," and then they say, "Hey, I'm getting ready to go work out on this." Okay. You say, "No, that ain't no, you go hurt yourself." You're saying this to yourself. Okay. However, that's one voice. The other voice, I call it a little lover. Okay. LL for short. Okay. LL say, "Go ahead. Let's try it. You can do it. Think about what you've done before. Okay. Think about what you've accomplished before." But the big hater would say, "Nah, can't do that. Nah, I don't think it's gonna work out. Now you're gonna hurt yourself. No, that ain't you. Nah, I can't now." All right. So think about this, y'all. We all have it. We have the big hater. All right. Again, I forget what chapter it is. Check it out. You get the book and you see what chapter it is. But I talk about the big hater and the little lover. The reason why I call it the little lover inside of you is because it's a small, still voice. Okay. That small, still voice that say, "Yes, you can." All right. Yes, you can. And as we're talking about owning your mess, part of that is listening to that small still voice that gets you out of the judgmental mindset or the blaming mindset. Okay, y'all, look, keep this in mind. Same mindset, same results. Okay, same mindset, same results. So what I'm encouraging you to truly think about is it's not about who's talking up here, it's about who you're listening to. Does that make sense? Who are you listening to? Are you listening to that part of you or that voice that say, "Nah, nope, I can't do it. I'm gonna hurt myself. I don't want to hurt myself. Look, I ain't there yet. I ain't there." Or the little voice that said, "Go ahead. Look what you did last year." Right? And y'all, look, y'all, I'm talking about anything, right? You can extrapolate this and put this in your job, a new job, a new relationship. You dig? A different opportunity, right? You can use this. Think about or listen to what voice is going on, analyze that thing, and say, "Wait a minute, this one is a hater. This is really, and really, y'all, you have to take yourself out of it, for example. Okay. Take yourself out of it and say, "All right, this side of me is saying this, and this one is saying this. Now, this side is telling me what I shouldn't do, why all the things will go wrong. Okay, why all it's trying to prevent me from hurting myself. Okay, now This other one is saying, try. You don't know what's going to happen for sure. If this is something similar, what have you learned from the past not to create the same result? I'm telling you, but that voice is small. All right. But it loves you. All right. The other one, even though it's trying to keep you comfortable and keep you safe, that's the hater, right? That's the one that's trying to keep you right there. You feel me? So good morning, everybody. Scale of 1 to 10. How you feeling right now? Scale of 1 to 10. 1, you need to try it again. All right. 10, you ready to get it in. So put it in the chat. Y'all put it in the chat. Let's get it. Let's get it. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Kyra, I see you over there. What's going on, Kiki? Hey, so here it is. We're talking about owning your mess, being able to change your own diaper. All right. And stop sitting here crying about it. Hey, ain't nobody coming to save you. Hey, ain't nobody coming to wipe you up. Yo, what up, though? What up, Skip? Yo, no, for real. Yo, ain't nobody coming to save you. So what we're talking about essentially is owning your stuff. All right, owning it. Right now, the next thing is this: know your tribe. All right, look, see, case in point, I got people on here that rock with me, and some that don't. Let's be honest, it's all good. But y'all, it's very, very important because the people that you surround yourself with is going to be a direct reflection of your results. I promise you. Whoever said it ain't, they out of line. All right. I asked you to look at their track record. Okay. So listen, this is what I encourage you to do. If you really are ready to take the step to get out of your own mess, all right, do you have a mentor? All right. Do you have a mentee? And do you have a partner? All right. Like someone that's really, it's that iron sharpening iron thing, meaning y'all are on the same race, but you're encouraging and you're encouraging, each other. All right. And your mentor, for those of you that don't have one, as a matter of fact, go to setthespeaker.com. We might help you out, you dig? But if you don't have a mentor, that is an individual that may have been where you are, but considering certain things that you can do and talking to you about it, being able to give you the information from the right place, okay, from the right place. They care about your destination and they care about the process that you are doing, okay? Yes. Now, the other thing is having a mentee. Y'all check it out. It's certain things with having a mentee, how important it is, okay? That certain things that comes with having a mentee. This individual doesn't have to be younger than you. They don't have to be they don't even have to be in the same occupation as you. But the deal is that you're able to pour into someone else. I'm telling you. Check it out. When you have a mentee, okay? When you have a mentee, you realize that all the things that you've been through was really for them. All right. And it's different between individuals that you have a relationship with, right? Or a person that you're related to. This is an individual that you see that kind of remind you of you in whatever type of aspects, right? They don't even have to be, like I said, the same age or whatever the case is. But here's the deal: you're able to reflect the things that your mentor may have poured into you, and then you learn from that thing, you applied that thing, you're like, wow, I could have saved myself some years. So then all of a sudden you see somebody else on the struggle bus. You're like, hey, wait a minute. Now listen, don't get me wrong. Not everybody's going to take what you got to, take what you got to say as golden. Not everybody want to hear it. You dig what I'm saying? It's not going to be for everybody. All right. But use your discernment. And that person, that mentee is going to come to you most cases. All right. That mentee is going to come to you. Or you could just say, hey, how you doing, sir, ma'am, young brother, whatever. Do you mind if I tell you something? Instead of saying, hey, you know what you need to do? Blah, blah, blah. First of all, they don't need to do anything. Right. Think about this, y'all. Think about where you were. Hey, Skip. Think about where y'all was, and y'all put it in the chat when you were about 20, 18. All right. Just say, did anyone try to pour into you and you was like, yeah, they sound stupid. All right. But now you're in this big grown age. You're like, wait, somebody was trying to tell me something. Is it just me? It's okay. I'll take it. Maybe it's just me. All right. It was just me. All right. Just let me know if I'm out here tripping by myself. But there were individuals, all right, when as I was growing up in Detroit, east side of Detroit, y'all, people were trying to tell me certain things, and I ain't want to hear it, but it wasn't my time. Okay, it wasn't my time. However, I remember the things that they were trying to tell me back then. You dig? And it could have prevented so many different things. So, y'all, check it out. As you are thinking about your tribe, okay, knowing the tribe that you're with, especially when you are trying to own your stuff, right? And keep your diapers changed and clean, holding yourself accountable. Your tribe will do that. Okay. Your mentor would do that. Your mentee will do that because they're looking at you. All right. And then if you're able to give them certain things that can help them out, it would be a back and forth banter, if that makes sense. Hey, if they say, hey, Mr. Miller, I seen A, B, C, and D, right? What do you think about that? And they're saying they seen that in me. Or how did you overcome that? I have to be able to own my own stuff. So you know what? I slipped up on that. Right? Players mess up too, or whatever the case it is, but life still happens no matter what. Now, look, when you are a mentor, that does not mean that you're perfect. That just means that you got the scars of life and you're there to, talk about it and move on and probably, hopefully, help somebody to prevent getting those same type of scars. You dig? But the deal is that when your your mentee is observing you and they're watching you, they may come to you and ask you certain things. Be honest. Hey, look, this is what I didn't do right on today, but this is how I plan on moving forward. So that means, y'all, they can learn from you in the process. Okay, say, wow, this dude was honest, and he kept it real. You dig? Now, when you talk about your partner, the iron sharpen iron, that person, okay, that person is able to tell you what's real. Okay. And it's out of love. It's not like out of hate. It's not out of spite. It's not out of being inferior, right? Or feeling superior. It's like, hey, bro, or hey, sis, I see this. I know you can do better. We got this. All right. But I see where you at right now. Let's go. We know better than that. We know better than that. Why? Because we're in the same race, probably different spaces, right? The same race, because that individual, your partner, and you're trying to get it and you're encouraging each other. However, when you got the right tribe, all right, listen to me, y'all. Let me know if this is making any sense. Anybody chime in. Boom, they can dig it. Just put in, you can dig it. When you got the right person in your circle or people, they don't let you sit in that mess. They don't let you sit in that mess. They know when your diaper need to be changed. If you get what I'm talking about, they're like, look, I know you smell that. I smell it. Come on, we better than that. You get what I mean? So y'all, as we're talking about owning our mess, you got to make sure you're vibing with your right tribe, okay? Because on the flip side, you got individuals that will clip your wings. You dig? You got individuals that will say that they're say that they're about helping you out, but they're low-key hating. Okay. Like I said in the first book, make sure you grab it if you can. Look, not everybody in your boat is rowing. Real talk. Not everybody in your boat is rowing. Feel me? Now, sometimes we connect and commune with individuals just because it's comfortable. But listen, some of those individuals are no kidding clipping your wings. And then what happens? That's not your tribe. That's a trap. Okay. Because these individuals feel a certain way because you're getting it in and they're not. Okay. Or they see you shining or they see you pursuing certain things. And the first thing come out of their mind is something negative. Or I wouldn't do that if I was you. Well, first of all, you're not me. Think about it, y'all. Think about it. Think about when your friends, family, all right, co-workers, listen to the conversations. Okay. Not everybody is for you. And don't get me wrong, that don't mean they don't like you. You dig? They can like you, but hey, you moving different, right? You're moving in the type of way that they aren't willing to move. Okay. Now they might not even be haters, right? They don't even know. Y'all listen. If I need to go deeper, y'all let me know. Just put in deeper. Can you dig it? Let me know if you want me to go deeper with this, because I would love to. I would love to, but only if you want me to. Y'all check it. There's times, good morning, good morning. Look, y'all, there's times when individuals have no idea that the love that they're projecting is actually more weight on your progress. Okay. Instead of being an extra pair of wings to help, they're actually holding you back. And they don't know that they are. You dig? They really don't know, because it's not coming from a malicious place. Listen to what I'm saying. It's not coming from a malicious place. It's coming from a place of unknowing. It can come from a place of ignorance. It can come from a place of their culture, if that makes sense. It can come from a place of they're just unaware, right? Maybe they don't know how you get down. Maybe they don't know how much of a hustler you are. Maybe they don't know that you're not afraid of the same shit they are. Oop. You dig? But what happens is sometimes, again, individuals will project certain things, right? Just like people will reflect what we project. Sometimes individuals project their own fear onto you, or their own insecurities onto you, because you're stepping in realms, you're moving in spaces that they can't even conceptualize themselves doing. All right. So if you are really looking at your tribe, okay, analyze those individuals and see, are they helping you to move forward right on or not? So, quick recap. Hopefully this made some sense to y'all. Look, I got over 100 something people watching. Ain't nobody said nothing. Scale of 1 to 10. Where you feel right now? Where you at? Where you at? Are you 1, 2, 3? You getting there? 4, you're still in the bed, but you ain't out yet. 5, you're popping up. Your feet ain't on the ground, but you're popping up. All right. 6, you move one leg over. 7, the other one. 8, you're standing up. 9, you're looking in the mirror. 10, you're like, yo, let's go and get it in. So put it in, y'all. Where you at? Scale of 1 to 10. So what we're talking about is owning your own mess. All right. Changing your own diapers. You dig? Your big grown age. You know you smell it. Change it. Stop making excuses. So the first thing we talked about is owning your story. If something is going wrong, or if something happened, understand the things that you did to contribute to that thing. All right. It's not, everybody's not always the problem. All right. You were a part of that thing somehow, some way. Be honest about it. Next thing is drop the excuses, y'all. Those excuses, as far as why you're not doing the things that you need to be doing, it can cost you. All right. How many times have you said you're going to start something on Monday or on the 1st or the 1st of the year? Y'all know what it is. Let me see. Third thing. Fixed mindset. Okay. Fixed mindset versus a growth mindset. Think about the things that you are saying about your opportunities and possibilities. If the first thing that come out of your mouth is that's not me, how about you incorporate the word yet? That's not me yet. Meaning you are pursuing something, all right? Or I'm not there, or I ain't trying to be there right now. Okay? Just think about that, because what happens is, as you change the way that you communicate your possibilities, you will see different opportunities to help you get along. I promise you, y'all, it's something freaky. It's real. We'll talk about that in a different time, different day. But the way that you communicate about your certain situation, it kind of reverberates out in the world, in the universe, and all of that. And then you will start to see certain things that happens, and then it end up becoming more aligned, and then all of a sudden it flows. I promise you, it's crazy. But in order for you to pick up what I'm putting down, you got to change the way you're talking to yourself. You dig? So that also brings us back to the big hater in you, okay, or the little lover. Both are going to be talking, but it depends on who you're actually listening to. Who are you listening to, right? If the one that's saying, hey, let's try this, or I think you can do this, at least show up. You never know. You never know. Versus, nah, I'm straight. I remember what happened last year. Nope, nah. I don't even like them. They don't like me. I don't like them. I'm good. Okay, cool. Think about it, y'all. Like I said, that big hater is going to keep you, it's going to protect you in certain situations, but it's also going to keep you stuck. It's going to keep you stagnant, and it's going to keep you fluffy. I promise you. Because in order to get out of certain situations from mentally, right, emotionally, or even physically, you're going to have to put in work. All right. You're going to have to put in work. That's where growth comes in. That's where that resilience come in. All right. You have to push through a certain barrier. It takes friction, right? That big hater in you is going to do everything it can to keep you comfortable. As a matter of fact, some of y'all probably told yourself yesterday, first thing in the morning, I'm gonna get it in. I'm about to go and work out. Ain't nothing saying you can't listen to this, put it on speaker while you're getting your gym clothes and everything ready. Hey, even if you don't got a gym membership, what does it look like to do a few squats, doing something? All right. So that means there's a part of you that know what you could do. And then there's another part of you that's like, I refuse to do this right now. And it makes excuses to keep on going. Right. Now, the last thing is making sure you're creating the right tribe. Okay. Do you have a mentor? All right. Do you have a mentor? Do you have someone that's able to pour into you and to give you those types of things, those words of encouragement, even if they have been where you are or they have that experience and it's coming from the right place? Trust me, you'll know it. Now, a mentee, is there someone that you're pouring into in a loving way? Okay, loving way. I'm not saying fluffy, okay, because that's the last thing. Y'all, I'm not fluffy, right? Meaning, oh, whoa, 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 I don't even know how to do it. You know what? Just a second. My yeah, I started to feel some pain, right? Just then when I was getting soft. I can't do it. However, I care about individuals and I care about their progression, right? So the way I deliver, they know it's coming from the right place. Now, make sure you find a mentee. Okay, make sure you find a mentee, someone that you're able to pour in, especially an individual that you see is going through some things that you can help them to prevent if they're willing to listen. All right. Trust me, your words, your wisdom, and things of that nature is not for everybody. Because and then keep this in mind, y'all. I'm gonna stick on this for a second. Sometimes us telling individuals what they need to do is going to prevent their lesson. Okay, you have to be able to listen for their willingness to take direction. Not everybody will want to listen to you. Not everybody can listen to you. Or maybe you're not there to give them that message. All right. But you will know. Trust me, you'll know. So we talked about the mentor and we talked about the mentee. Last but not least, excuse me, as far as your tribe, you want to have someone that's where you're at. A person that's encouraging you, you're encouraging them. All right. They're sharpening you, you're sharpening them. They won't let you stay in your mess. You dig? They won't let you, they will let you know that, hey, I smell what you did. It stank. And you smell it. I'll see you, you see me, and we smell that stinking thing. It's time for you to change your diaper. The right tribe will tell you it's time. Okay. Now they do it in a loving way. They'll sit in there with you for a second, and I mean a hot second. But other than that, hey, it depends. All right. Look, change the diaper. Your real friends will tell you. Your real, your truths will tell you. All right. Your mentee will tell you. Okay. Yeah. And your mentor would definitely tell you. So, y'all, that's what I got for you. Hopefully, this made some sense to you. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let me know if y'all appreciate this any way, form, or fashion. As a matter of fact, if this did, you can give it a like and or get the book. Check out the description or click the link. You can see it. Y'all get the next Black Collar Mindset Volume 2. Y'all is super dope. I promise you. It's something crazy, but it will help to change your life. So I appreciate you. Make sure y'all get it in. Take care of yourself and each other. Right on. Let's go.